Louise, man. Everybody wanna be on the left lane, but no one wants to go fast. We are on, well, we are trying to get out of El Paso, and this is the area of the highway where you get mandatory traffic jams. But in any case, hey everybody, this is Ruth S8E18 here on the go. Hopefully you can see me, because I'm filming in the shadows kind of. And you know, with me being black and everything, you know, it's kind of, you know, we don't do shadows too well when it comes to filming. But in any case, this is the last vlog of 2022, and this is the review to see what did we do on the channel this year. This year, I know for me, started with a little bit of a bang, and not the right bang that you're looking for, but we moved on past that. So what did we do in 2022? So it's kind of funny that we are vlogging while we are in a traffic jam, because the first video that we did for the channel this year had to do with driving. I think it was called Dear El Paso Drivers. I also did one when I lived in Colorado Springs, and I think that one is also called Dear Colorado Drivers. That was the first video, and it kind of went a little bit like this. Merging is an issue in El Paso. People don't know how to merge, right? This is how it's supposed to happen. I understand that a lot of things have changed in the education system lately. Supposedly, trees no longer recycle carbon dioxide to produce oxygen anymore, and 1 + 1 = 2 most of the time now. What most El Paso drivers do is that they come in, they might accelerate up to 40 miles an hour coming in, and keep in mind, I'm coming in at 65 miles an hour, and somehow we're going to meet right here. Keep 40 miles an hour, they might even drop it down to 35, and let's say that they are coming and they don't try to speed up. They actually they come in onto the highway at 40, which forces me to slam on my brakes. And then once they feel comfortable, they are on the highway, then okay, I might accelerate up to 65 miles an hour. As we are slowly making our way out of El Paso, so the next video that we did for the channel, I think it was like an update video, because there were a lot of things wrong with the car. Suki, my beloved 2001 IS300, there were issues with it that I knew there were some things that had to go. We ended up having to we ended up, I don't understand why that people do that. Like, why would you, oh geez. So we did a video about parts that we needed. He's doing it too. Why, dude, move, like, go forward or do something. Stop staring, more driving. And yeah, so we did a Zoom update video, just going over all of the stuff that had to be done to the car so that I don't get stuck somewhere because something fails. And I think it went a little bit like that. Jeez Louise, man. Drivers of El Paso. Oh, sorry. This is something I just don't understand. Like, you see how this guy's like right behind me? Like, he's like literally like right behind me. And this is an 18-wheeler, right? And if you look in front of me, I mean, I can't really go anywhere. I have to maintain a 2-second space between that car and myself so I have time to react. But this guy acts like I'm just going slowly and he's all up. I don't understand that. Like, what's going on through their heads? But anyway, we finally hit the Texas border going into New Mexico. As we enter the famous corridor, supercars, you are welcome. Jeez Louise, man. Everybody wanna be on the left lane, but no one wants to go fast. No one wants to pass anyone, but they just wanna be on the left lane, just to be in it. I don't, look at that. There's no one in front of them. Why were all this time? It's a special kind of lunacy. Why? Driving is my therapy. I think I've said that several times here on the channel. There's something about the car, myself, and the open road. I just love it. It is my therapy. I love it. Any chance I get to get out there and go, I just love it. From the last video, we took about an 8 to 9 months hiatus. I still don't know if this was a good idea or not. It's just that I didn't want to take road trips without the car, just because the car is kind of like the mascot of the channel. I mean, it's a very recognizable car, so I kind of used it for the channel and kind of, because the IS300 is, you know, like it's kind of like a partner with me within the channel, where it's me and the car going everywhere. So I kind of refrained from taking any road trips with my other car because it's a very simple car. It's stock. It's not something that sticks out, because I kind of want to take road trips in cars that kind of are very unique looking, you know, very cool cars. And so I figured not to do that. And I still don't know whether or not if that was a good idea, because for the obvious reason, I kind of went 8 months, no content except on Instagram, which if you're not following Zoom 360 on the go there, go ahead and do that, okay? Follow us on Instagram. And then after 8 months, we started again with the mega trip. Every year I try to do one big road trip, and that's what we kicked it off with. I think it was in September, and I think first stop was us going back to a town called Tombstone, Arizona, because there were a few things that I had to go back and do there. There are still a couple of things that I still need to go back and do, and it went a little bit like this.
You can gather around over that direction. Now one day Manuel was down here working, He had drilled out 4 or 5 holes, but he got a little tired. So he decided to take a short break. What he did was stop. He kind of went back in one of those tunnels away from where he was working, sat back there by himself in the dark, just thought about life. Well, he didn't realize that while he was back in that tunnel, Powder Man came and packed those holes full of explosives. Well, Manuel went back to work. He couldn't remember which one of them holes he was drilling in last. So he took his drill, kind of nosed it down in one of them holes and hit it one time. It was not pretty. Today, Manuel Elias does have a home at Boot Hill Graveyard.
So we are in Las Cruces, very surprising town. I thought it was smaller than it actually is. Oh gosh. Woo. So I had to take this break real quick to sort some things out in here. But meanwhile, so once we were done with Tombstone, I decided to stick around at night because supposedly in that town at night there are possible ghost activities. Supposedly certain areas in Tombstone are haunted. So I was like, what the heck? Can't say I saw anything, but maybe it was because of the stories that I heard while I was on the tour that got me spooked out. I didn't quite like the way that vlog went. I think I'm gonna do that again, but actually stay out there like for at least like an hour and a half vlogging about what it's like being in Tombstone, Arizona at night. But this is how that went. There's not a ghost that's walking down the road right there, because whoever that is kinda... Alright, this is the house in question. It's the Bulford house. It does look weird though. I don't know, man. I'm not sure this is a good idea. I'm getting a very eerie feeling. I'm leaving. Okay, I think this was a bad idea. Special thanks to Traveling Robert. I love your YouTube channel. There was something that he did while that he was in Tucson, Arizona that I wanted to do too, which is go to a place called Sentinel Peak, which is really cool because you got to actually go somewhere very high and oversee the entire city of Tucson, Arizona, which was cool. And that's how that went. This is Zoom 360 and I give you Sentinel Peak, Tucson, Arizona. Next, I used a truck stop for the first time on this channel, which went surprisingly well. It was better than I thought it was gonna be, except for the door. Well, that's it. We've showered, all cleaned up, everything, shaved the whole 9 yards, brushed out teeth. The only thing I don't like about this room really is this door. This door is horrible, but jeez Louise, man, what is going on here? man. We are at San Augustine Pass. Quite a bit of fascinating information here. So look at the view. This view, that view, this view. Anyway, Glory Field. We went to Glory Field next after Tombstone, Arizona. I couldn't pick a better place to go next, which is the same thing, but Glory Field is like you know, Tombstone on steroids, and it's an entire town like that, where Tombstone is just a strip within a town, a street within a town. So we went there, we had a great time. We still have to go back because when we went there, they did not do the reenactments because it was too hot. They only do them during the winter and the spring. They don't do them during the summer. Once we were done with Glory Field, we went back to the Petrified Forest because the last time that we were there, we did not get to hike Blue Mesa, and we did. And if you ever go there, I recommend you hike that trail. You have to do it. I think it's worthwhile. Once we were done with Blue Mesa, we decided to start driving back. So we did an epic drive from Flagstaff to Phoenix. I plan to do more of these things, like certain locations from one place to the next, just to vlog how the drive is. And Flagstaff to Phoenix was great. Like, it was definitely one of the best drives out there. There are drives I've done that are much more epic. For example, I think I've vlogged that as well, from Page, Arizona to Flagstaff was even more epic. As soon as I got done with that epic drive, I stopped by highway rest stop, which is called Sunset Point. Okay, you cannot miss it because there's a huge sign that says Sunset Point, which is worth a stop, by the way. If you're driving from Phoenix going north to Flagstaff or vice versa, it's gonna come up. I recommend that you stop and check it out. It's one of the best stops I've ever experienced here in this country so far. So I started Suki and she had issues starting. She struggled to start, and that led into which led into me finding out later on that I'm starting to lose compression in cylinders 2 and also 6 as well. So she is now due for a full engine rebuild, which was supposed to happen on the 2nd of January, but I had to change that date. It's going to go for the engine rebuild sometimes, hopefully in June of 2023, because I don't want to be in a position where that I'm building 2 cars. I kind of want to build one at a time. So Lucille, my beloved 2015 Hyundai Veloster Turbo, will be filling in for Suki as soon as she's done going through her makeover, and when she's ready to start being like an official Zoom car, Suki will go away to get her engine rebuilt. And not just that, from bumper to bumper, this car will be completely redone as far as the mechanics, and then hopefully she'll be back on the channel probably between 9 months to 1 year. So yeah, since returning from the trip, I've joined a new car club called the Hero Society. So far it's been awesome, great people. What I like the most is that the car club has themed cars, and since Suki is themed and Lucille will also be themed soon, so we've done a couple of car shows, a couple of trunk or treats for Halloween, and that's how that went. Next, we drove to the mall and then drove through the mall, all for a good cause. And that's how that went. Oh my God, this is so crazy. Uh-oh, profile shot, profile shot. Ooh-wee, ooh-wee. Yes, you've seen correctly. We're in a mall, literally. And last but not least, we went to Slot Canyon. I always said that I want to incorporate more hiking in the channel because I think it's a good thing for me, especially, and it's a great way to venture further into nature. So we went there and it was pretty fun. I had a great time, but it took 3 days for me to do this, which was ridiculous, and that's how that went. So that is it. That is what we did on the channel for 2022. We did take 8 months hiatus, which I still don't know if that was a good idea or not, but that's the choice I made. But 2023, if we don't blow ourselves up, I should be doing a lot more road trips, and it's gonna be more myself and Lucille, my 2015 Hyundai Veloster Turbo, while that Suzuki is going to have to take a step back, you know, just because that the engine is not doing so well. Yeah, so I'm looking forward to it. Chances are that the next time that I see you will be in 2023. Meanwhile, have a Merry Christmas, have a Happy New Year, stay safe out there. I'll see you on the road. This is Zoom 360, inviting you to get up, get out and do it. Like, subscribe, and share. And I'm out.